Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video. I have another update in my rolling Project 10 pan for 2021, and I am excited that I do have an empty to share with you guys today. So we will be rolling out one product in exchange for another. I do feel like my face is like significantly lighter than my body, but you guys have come to expect this on this channel. So now that that's out of the way, if you guys are interested in my progress, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project painting content, or you just like to chit chat about makeup, I would love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's just jump into the update. All right, you guys, so I have everything in front of me. I have everything weighed out. I've taken my pictures. We're ready to go. So let's start with, I have them like laid out in front of me in the way that they're even written. Like, I am so dang organized this morning. It's incredible. We're gonna have a great day. We're starting it out right. So let's start with this guy right here. This is my Marc Jacobs Tantastic Bronzer. So when I started this project, I said that I wanted to rotate through at least 4 bronzers and hit pan on 4 bronzers this year. And then I would circle back and start to try and actually use bronzers up. And I was thinking to myself last night, I was like, it feels like it's been so incredibly long since I've used up a bronzer. I believe I used up 1 cream bronzer last year and 1 powder, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's how it worked out. And I was like, it has been so long since I finished a powder bronzer, because I'm pretty confident I finished my powder bronzer towards the beginning of 2020. So then I was like, well, do I want to just try and pan a bronzer? And then I was like, no, you know what? I want my makeup collection to look super loved. So I'm just going to continue to try and hit pan on bronzers this year. And I'm currently working on my Marc Jacobs Tantastic. Like I said, I have been using this, and I feel like you can definitely tell like where I typically focus my brush. The imprint is definitely worn away. And if you look really closely, like you can see a slight dip. I have no idea how deep these pans are, but I have heard that after you hit pan, sometimes your product gets super crumbly just because of the way that the product is like baked or made. I'm not sure. This was weighing in at 145 grams last update, and now it is weighing in at 144. So we did use 1 gram of product. I'm trying to see, I think this has only been in the two updates. So we've used 1 gram of product, obviously no pan. I'm going to continue to work on this. I also feel like I feel like this year I have kind of like solely focused on my Project Pan products, and I feel like I'm not doing a good job of rotating through the rest of my collection. So hopefully I can still get use on this while also rotating through the rest of my makeup collection. That's what I'm trying to say. I have really good progress on this next product. I believe I rolled this in last update as well. So this is my Glossier Future Dew, and I consider this, so this is like a primer serum, I almost said infusion, hybrid, that's what they call it. So I mostly use this as a glowy primer, and this is something that I really liked at one point, but I just don't love how heavy it feels on the skin anymore. So I wanted to finish this up, get a primer out of my collection, call it an empty. And when I rolled this in, I had about 3/4 of the product left, and now I hope you'll be able to see if my camera could focus. I have about half of the product left. So when I rolled this in, this weighed 113 grams, and now it is weighing in at 105 grams. So some really good progress there. Sometimes if I'm not wearing any sort of foundation, I will also just put this on my face to be like a glowy product. Again, it's really beautiful, but it just feels a little bit heavy on my skin. So I have a feeling I probably have 2 more months of use on that, and that will move out, which is super exciting. Next, this is super slow going progress, and I thought when I put this in that I was going to fly through this, but I don't know why I keep forgetting to reach for this. I feel like now that this product is in a project, I'm not reaching for it, whereas if it wasn't in a project, I would reach for it more. But this is the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand in the shade Peachgasm. I really love this. I recently, not so recently, but I picked up the shade Pinkgasm as well. This is something that I would love to get finished up, and then I would likely purchase this again next spring. This is not a product I reach for a ton in the fall winter months, so I would love to just get this last little bit of product used up before the winter, because it would be really awesome to have this as an empty as well. I consider this is something I consider in my blush category of my makeup collection, and if I finish this, I'll be at 3 finished blushes for the year, which is insanity, because I like always used to joke on my channel that I'll never finish a blush. Now granted, I know this isn't a powder blush, but that's beside the point. This last update was at 16 grams. What was this at when we rolled this in? So when we rolled this in, it was at 16 grams. Last update, it was at 15 grams, and it is still weighing in at 15 grams. I do have markings back here, but it's very minimal progress each time. I will say the times that this has been in, or the amount of time that this has been in this project, I probably have only reached for it like 3 to 4 times each update. So I just need to get better at remembering to use this. And I have been more into less powder, more like cream and liquid products. So hopefully I can get some more use on that. Then I have this little mini Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick. And I thought, because I accidentally had an accident with the tip of this. So I wear away my lipsticks at such a fine point that often it looks like I don't have a ton of progress until the end. But I accidentally put the lid on this and squished it a little bit. So I was thinking I would show a little bit more progress, but it looks like just about the same amount of progress since the beginning. But looking at this, like when I look at when I first rolled this in to where it is now, I actually have used a ton of this. And I'm actually like, this actually came with more product than I remember it coming with. So I still feel like if I compare where this lipstick is now to like my progress, I probably have about 5 months more left to use this. But face masks are no longer a requirement here, so I'm wearing face masks less. Still required some places, but I'm definitely wearing them less. And I'm very excited all summer long. Like I live in Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes. So we're always going to the beach, and we're always going out to patio dining. So I just feel like I'll get a ton of use on lip products this year, and I just need to toss it in my purse and bring it along with me. So when I rolled this in, I believe this has been in since the very beginning. This was weighing 6 grams. And I'll post it all here. So we were at 6 grams, 6 grams, 5 grams, and now 4 grams. So I did use up some product. So I'm very excited about this. I'm hoping I could finish that in like 3 months time. But I am trying to get through a lot of lip products. But I've been pretty successful in my lip panning journey this year, if I do say so myself. Next up, I have this highlighter. This is my Milk Highlighter, Flex Highlighter in the shade Lit. I love this highlight. It's so beautiful. I always rave about this formula. I'll have to compare the picture now to the picture when like my previous pictures. But this was weighing in at, this was weighing in at 12 grams when I rolled it in, 12 grams the last update, and now it's weighing in at 11 grams. So really exciting. I feel like I have seen some good weight movement in my products, which is so exciting for me. I did give myself a goal of just reaching for this 30 times. I do think going forward with usage goals for the rest of the year in my panning journey, I'm just gonna go with 15 because again, I just feel like I have not been good at rotating through my makeup collection, and I feel like part of that is because I'm just trying to pan so many things. So I think when I'm giving usage goals, if I just give a lower usage goal, I feel like that would be better for me this year. So as of last update, I had used this 4 times, and I did reach for this an additional 4 times, putting me at 8 uses. I think I will just change my usage goal on this to 15 uses. So I just need to use it an additional 7 times. I have enjoyed mixing this. The last couple of times I've used this, I've mixed it with a pink toned highlight. I've been trying to like mix my products just to get use on more products as well. So I've been having a fun time. Sorry, I hate when people play with their hair, and that's what I'm doing today. I've been having a fun time just like mixing different blushes, different highlights, literally mixing everything. Like the only thing, nope, I've been mixing my bronzers because I'll layer a matte with it. Yeah, I've literally been mixing everything. So I've had a fun time the last couple of uses just seeing what I can mix this with to create a fun look. But I'm hoping maybe I could get another 7 uses so I could roll this out next update and potentially roll in a mini highlight that I would like to finish this year. We'll see about that. Next up, we have my Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Beam. So this has been in for 3 months now, and when I rolled this in, this was at 12 grams. Last update, it was at 12 grams, and now we're at 11 grams. So more movement on this as well. When I rolled this in, it was almost full. And as you can see, I've had really, really good movement on this, at least in my opinion. I have done a lot of, like, I'll layer powder on top of a cream as well. So I've been having fun just with different mixtures with this, figuring out what different powders I can layer on this to make it just come up with different color combinations. And I also mix this with my Daniel Sandler watercolor like lip cheek a lot, because that's more of like a nude shade. So sometimes if this is like a little bit too intense for me, I'll mix it with the Daniel Sandler one just to neutralize it a little bit, and I think that's really beautiful. So I didn't necessarily have a goal going into this, or if I did, I can't remember it. I think I'll probably use this at least maybe one more month. Maybe after this month, it would be nice if I could be like, feel like I was halfway done with the product, but I would like to roll in a different liquid blush that is another one of my like summer shades for liquid blushes, just to kind of get use out of my collection. My goal with this product obviously is to hit pan and use up products, but also to just help me get use out of my makeup collection as well. So I think one or two more times, 1 or 2 more months, 1 or 2 more updates, I'll leave this in. But by like by the end of July, for sure, I would like to roll this out to give myself some usage on maybe like one of my Rare Beauty liquid blushes. Perhaps I'll do that next update, or for sure the update after that. Next up, we have my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. Now, I will say this is not my correct shade, especially for as much as I've been self-tanning, but I have been mixing this in with some of my foundations that I feel like are a little bit too deep, and that's been, oh my gosh, you guys, I can't put my words together. I'm like so excited to be talking. I feel like I keep rambling, but at the same time, I can't string words together. What was I saying? Oh, but at the same time, I totally forgot. I've been mixing this with deeper foundations to get use on this. So this has been in for 4 updates. So when I rolled this in, it was at 34 grams. Last update, it was at, when I rolled this in, it was at 34 grams. 32 grams the next update, then 32 last update, and we're still at 32. I have not been making great progress on this, which is, I think when I first marked this, I don't know that I marked it accurately, but I'm just about halfway done with the product now. This is slow going just because I am trying to, it's not my correct shade right now, so I do have to mix it, and I don't have to use a lot of this each time I use it. Plus I am trying to pan a plethora of foundations right now, so I feel like this is gonna be in possibly for most of the rest of the year, but I would like to finish this up because I would like to have some foundation empties this year. My foundation collection is getting a little bit out of control, so I need to move through some foundations. A product that I think will be in all year, and I don't know if I'll be able to finish it, which is wild. I thought at the beginning of this that I was gonna finish this so quickly, but it is my Urban Decay Primer Potion, and this has been in all year. Started at 13 grams of product, then we're at 12 grams of product for a while, and last update I was at 12, now I'm at 11, so there is some movement, and there's been really slow movement obviously all year, but again, this is why it's sometimes fun to track, because you look at like where you were in January as compared to where you are now, and that's a lot of product. Sometimes it can be discouraging just when you look at month to month, but then you look at like a range of months and you're like, okay, like I actually have used a lot of this. So I use this every single time I do my eyeshadow. I don't use any other eye primer. It's just you need so little product. This is gonna last so long. This has been super eye-opening for me to know that I only ever need like one eye primer in my collection, especially if it's this one. This is not my favorite, probably not one I would purchase again. I do like to try new makeup, so it'd be fun to try a new eyeshadow primer, and I really do like the KVD Beauty one. But I think I'll be using this up until the end of the year and possibly into 2022. And then we have my Kosas concealer. And I'm so over this concealer because my lid has broken. I've mentioned this. I literally have it taped shut, but I do like this concealer, so I don't have it in me to declutter. My Sharpie markings have like worn away. I don't know where we're at because this is like sometimes on its side, sometimes upright. I don't know where we're at in terms of marking. This has been in for a while. When we rolled this in, it was at 28 grams. We moved down to 25 grams. Last update, we were at 25 grams and we're still at 25 grams. I swear I am using this. I swear I am using this, but it is just going so slow. And I bet we were at 28 grams because I'm wondering if it still had the like cap on, and then it broke off after that update, which could be why it went down like 3 grams and now we're just staying constant. super frustrating, but I would love to finish that concealer by the end of the year. Which brings me to the final product in my Empty. And I will say before I show you guys, so I had been using this and this like cracked, and then it like, one day I was using it, swirling my brush, and it cracked and like fell on the floor. So there was really no salvaging the product, but there was a huge pan in this. I've been using this for years. I feel good calling this an Empty, and no one can tell me otherwise. It is my Tarte Partay blush. I never thought I'd finish a blush. And granted, some of it cracked at the end, like I said, but I also finished my Hourglass Mood Exposure blush this year. Both were minis. What I have learned from panning blush is that if it's available in a mini, get the blush in a mini. But I'm really excited to be done with this. My lid had broken off. Like, it was time for this product to just be out of my collection. So that means I will be rolling one new product in to replace it, and I did want to replace it with a blush. And I am not quite sure what I want my goal to be with this blush. I think I'm going to start with a 15 use goal. I was going to say 30, but then I was like, girlfriend, you just said you were going to try and do 15 uses instead of 30. So I'm going to start with a 15 use goal on this, and then we're going to see where we're at, because I would love to make some progress on this. I would love if I could hit pan on another blush this year, but when my makeup inventory comes around at the end of June, you guys will see why I don't think that's possible. My blush is out of control, but I can't get myself to declutter any blushes because I love my whole blush collection, and I told myself I need to be on a blush no buy, and then I'm just like, I also still want to buy all of the blushes. What is wrong with me? So the product that I'm going to be rolling in is my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Dim Infusion. This is an incredibly wearable shade for me. This is what it looks like. I could have worn this today. Maybe I'll pop it on the cheeks today even. Like, it almost looks like a sheer powder with just like the slightest hint of a pink. And I love a good neutral nude blush, especially for the summer. I love a bronzed face with a nude blush. And I thought about trying to pan my Buxom Seychelles blush. I actually have Buxom Seychelles on today. And then I was like, I feel like that pan is so deep, even though this is going to take me forever to get through too, because this is a baked product. But I already naturally reach for Buxom Seychelles, and I don't naturally reach for this. So I would love to just get some good use on this. After 15 uses, we'll see where we're at. If I want to roll in a different powder blush or a different product, then I will do that. Otherwise, if I feel like continuing to work on this, I'll continue to work on this. But we're going to go with 15 uses on this for right now. So I'm really excited about my progress on my project. I feel like this is a month that I'm actually proud of. I've been I've been wearing makeup a lot more. I've been having so much more fun with my makeup. And I'm just feeling like reinvigorated to pan and do my makeup and test new products. I'm feeling like inspired by my makeup, or like excited about my makeup collection again. Still feeling a little bit guilty that I'm not getting to everything. But aside from that, I am just feeling really happy and really excited to continue my panning journey. I was definitely feeling the 2021 just hangover in life, which was definitely bleeding into my makeup. I was like, I'm not enjoying anything right now, including my makeup collection. This just feels wrong. But I'm feeling really excited about my makeup collection again. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm sorry for being so rambly. Thank you for sticking around and for supporting me as you guys always do. I would love to know, what products are you currently working on panning? Have you finished any blushes this year? Would love to know. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.